Hello everybody and welcome to Bitcoin AI price prediction. In today's video we will shortly take a look at what is current situation in crypto market. My name is Predrag Danicic. I will explain why I sold my crypto and what is my current view of the market. So first of all, I still think that if we cross 100,000 it will be a really short-lived pump. I don't believe that we are going above that. And if we go above that, we will quickly return back. Why is that? I will explain a bit later. For now, I will just report like I like to say on my channel. I sold all my crypto. This is my entry price at 17th of September, like 2 months ago, less than 2 months ago, and this is my profits in percentages. Dash, which was my kind of moonshot coin, I put really low amount of money there. Did not perform well at all, but I was just hoping maybe to put something little there. The rest of coins did relatively well, between 41 to 76%, 44%, Ethereum 36%. So all in all, on average, it was about 50% profit, and I'm quite happy with that. And my portfolio additionally jumped around 70% since I moved my stable coins to crypto around here. Price was, I think, between $52,000 and $55,000. If I stayed in Bitcoin, I would probably have more money, or about the same amount of money actually. But yeah, I would have actually less money. I managed to outperform Bitcoin, I think, thankfully to some trading that I did in meantime, but doesn't really matter. It's not big difference. Regardless, we had great pump. Last time when I recorded video was day before election. I said that time I said, actually this was 2 weeks ago, but essentially I was talking during all this time that it's bad time to not be in cryptocurrency, and it's bad time to stay in stable coins. Now I think obviously that it is a really bad time for buying, and it is great time to exiting the market. What actually forced me to sell? First of all, if you take a look at weekly candle, we had 2 weeks, two extremely big weeks. 1 week 17% move, another week it was at one point 15% move, but definitely more than 10% move. At the moment of my selling, we actually put one more all-time high in meantime. When you have 2 weeks like that, you usually have some pause in the market, or you are actually at the top. And unless you are in a really early stages of bull run, when you just tested 20-week moving average. And we actually here did not test the 20-week moving average. Here we tested it here. So we already had kind of nice jump of 10% from 20-week moving average, so-called bull market support band. If you look at previous cycle, when you have two really weeks, two really bigs of move after successful test, this was a successful test, then you have two really big of movement, and then market is over. Regarding this bull run, I don't think that it is worth a lot of mentioning, because it came at special situation. It came after this dump here, after COVID pandemic dump. And additionally, back then, if you remember, amount of dollars in the market raised by 30% during this COVID pandemic, during this year. On top of that, I don't think that we will move a bit higher, because let me show you. When Bitcoin was around here, actually, no. When Bitcoin was around here or here, nerds started hearing about Bitcoin. And back then, some guys who were really good at IT or really interested in some nerdy stuff started hearing and starting maybe mining on their CPUs and stuff like that. Around here, I think we got first ASIC miners. Here we started mining with GPUs. Here we got first ASIC miners. And around this time, a general young population heard about Bitcoin. Everybody who was younger, everybody who was a bit in IT, everybody who liked to sit on his computer and watch YouTube heard about Bitcoin. During this period, about Bitcoin started hearing people like my mother, who is retired. She's retired. My father, who is retired, and they thought, oh, this is something new. Bitcoin is something new. What is it? They kind of tried to understand it, but general population, when Bitcoin reached 20,000, almost everybody on planet heard about Bitcoin. And during this move, I have several of my friends which grandpas asked them how I can buy Bitcoin. During this move, everybody who wanted to buy crypto already bought. So I don't believe FOMO from general population that will drive this cycle like it was last time or time before that. I believe that this bull run will be driven and is driven almost entirely by institutions, by banks, by funds, and stuff like that. And this bull run also. However, having said that, and I have a little bit of proof of that. And essentially, my proof is BTC.D, Bitcoin dominance. You can see that it is going up like crazy. On weekly candle, we are 61%, and it is just refusing to move. Alts are still getting dragged by Bitcoin. Okay, we are back to Bitcoin chart. Let's remove all drawings. So, what is happening is that those pumps, I think, personally, are driven by institutions. However, as we are going and approaching those 100,000, a lot of people will start selling. More and more people that are holder for 5-10 years will start selling relatively soon. Long-term holders. Additionally, on top of that, there is one thing that I have to understand, and I can be really wrong about all of this, and this is that institutions usually can be much more irresponsible with money of their clients than actually people are irresponsible on average with their money. I hope that you understand me. Like, average Joe is usually much more responsible with his money than institutions are with money of their clients sometimes. So I'm not sure how this how this uh, how this thing will play out at the end, but I think, especially because I was holding alts, I was completely aware that if we get corrections, for example, 10% from here, and we can easily go 20% from here to all the way to 70,000, I was fully aware at that moment that Bitcoin can go down 20% and alts can fall down 50%. And where was my portfolio? My portfolio was almost exclusively in alts, in altcoin. Therefore, I did not want to risk my profit. which is really great profit, 50% in 2 months. I think it is great profit in these stages of market. If you are dreaming about big profits or 3x, 4x or something like that, I am sorry, you should have been here. You should have been here when FTX was collapsing, when Celsius was going bankrupt, and when Terra Luna was depegging. This is when you should start buying. If you want 2-3x from now, it is not going to happen. One of a really good sell signal for me is also that Doge is extremely well pumping. And of course, when you hear friends that are in crypto and they say, hey, my father called me to congratulate me for my crypto that is going up, my Bitcoin that is going up, then you also know that it is a really good sell signal. I will show you one more sell signal here. So I will just go to, sorry. Thank you. So I will just type Bitcoin and I will type search. US government going all in on Bitcoin. So US government will start buying Bitcoin, kinda, for what? To create national reserves of Bitcoin. National reserves are not made from some currency. They are created in oil, in food, in frozen meat that they spread to people if there is need. For reason why Bitcoin is pumping, get Bitcoin why with exclamation marks, urgent Bitcoin massive rally is just beginning, everything is beginning, everything is pumping. If you just see those YouTubers, how they are shilling that Bitcoin is going, Bitcoin to go to million, bullshit like that. Of course, there is Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Wood. I'm sorry, Kathy Wood. I forgot her name. If you don't remember who Kathleen Wood is, just try to Google search for this Schiller or I don't know how you call it. She's great sell signal. When you see her, that she's talking about some investment or some asset, you should run from there. She's great, best sell signal ever. She was shilling Tesla when it was on top. She was yelling that Bitcoin is going to 300,000 in this period of time. No. Sorry. She was during the last bull market. She was yelling that we are almost close to 150, 200, 300,000. It's just time to. I think market is risky, and I think that it's time to get out of it. Maybe I'm wrong. Last time I was relatively right. I timed top relatively well at 8th of March for 68,000 here exactly. So relatively close to the top. This time I exited at $88,000. So we will see. Maybe I was. My prediction from this cycle that Bitcoin will reach around 85,000, but this prediction was obviously wrong. What else I would like to tell you? Keep in mind that alts did not move a lot. They are really lagging. If Bitcoin gets correction, alts will bleed huge amount of time. And we have still, I think, 1 year left to complete our 4-year market cycle. So I can easily imagine scenario that we can go down to 60s, 70s, and then have one more pump later next year, in second part of next year. As for now, I don't see FOMO in. Yes, one more thing, I have to tell you this. For everybody who was here last market cycle, so 2021, if you remember, everybody was talking about crypto. everybody was talking how everything will switch for crypto. I am, by the way, IT engineer, I programmer, how to tell you, and I remember that many companies were looking for crypto developers, for people who will create their new token. Startups are popping out to create their new token, their new cryptocurrency, and stuff like that. Today, you don't see that. And I think that a lot of people realized what is factually the truth. And truth is, I will not tell you about benefits of Bitcoin and crypto. I will tell you about the downsides of crypto because I think it's time to sell. I will talk about benefits when we are in middle of bear market. So downsides of crypto is that crypto can do anything that open source or just normal computer can do, but about millions time more difficult. For example, I think that Bitcoin can process about 7 transactions per second or something like that. I would guess that if I would run some program for managing transactions in MySQL table with several millions or tens of millions entries, that my computer would manage to process about 700 transactions per second. And for a long time, if you don't count this Lightning Network, Bitcoin is capable of managing 7 transactions per second. Bitcoin mining is taking, I don't know, 600, 700 million watts or trillion watts, whatever. And my computer is probably using few hundred watts, 400 watts. So from the wall. So you can see the difference and scale of difference here. So at this point, yes, prices of crypto when I sold them, if anybody is interested, they are here. Just a second. Okay, they are here. You can see them. Those are the prices of crypto when I sold them. Approximate prices. Bitcoin was at 88, Ethereum 3,280, Avalanche 34, Cardano, I think it was 60, but it is 58, Uniswap almost $9, all in all 180 Aave, and Polkadot was 536. Definitely not the prices I was hoping for. I was expecting at least double of those prices, but it is what it is. You must take profit sometimes. You must accept that it was not great run as you expected, but it's better to take profits than to ride all the way down in the bear market. A lot of people are buying now. There is a big FOMO, but there is no FOMO. I don't see big FOMO from retail. I don't think that there are many people in general population who did not had opportunity and wanted to buy Bitcoin 4 years ago that will do it now. There is not many people that 4 years ago wanted to buy Bitcoin but missed opportunity because they were not in financial situation to do that. And now then Bitcoin is at 90,000, they will say, okay, let's go buy it. Maybe there are some, but as I think not many people who have tendency to do stuff like that, they already did it here or when Bitcoin was at 20,000 here, because simply at that time they, how to say, at that time they already probably heard about Bitcoin and there were enough of exchanges around the world so everybody had access for buying crypto. What I can say else, Bitcoin dominance, I like to touch on that, BTC.D. So, I want drawings, okay. BTC is steadily going up. There is some turbulence. Here, but it is steadily going up. At some point it will begin to fall, but when, I really don't know. And I got a little bit tired of waiting for it to move. If there is scenario in near future that Bitcoin goes down, that Bitcoin dominance goes up, and at same times Bitcoin wisdom, and at same times Bitcoins dumps from current prices to about 70k, then there is a good chance that I will jump back into the market. Otherwise, I'm staying out of the market, and for me, this market for now is over. Of course, I'm monitoring the situation and I am waiting for my chance to entry. I think that if worst thing happens and if Bitcoin really goes to 150,000 and we have a really great old season, the worst case scenario, by the way, I think that this scenario is highly, highly unlikely, but if that happens by some miracle, I think that Bitcoin will return below 88,000 and I will have chance to buy it again. You will hear about super cycles, you will hear relatively soon how, because institutions are coming, there is no more bear markets, that all bear markets are over, that all cycles are over, that we will just go up to the moon. And those things have tendency, when people start talking about those things, you know it is the end. In my opinion, after we have, look at this, in 5 days, 31%, 32%, in my opinion, after moves like that, the smartest thing is to just take your profit and forget about it. Take your money, forget about it, and enjoy, which is exactly what I do. Dogecoin is pumping, PEEP is pumping, and a lot of, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap quickly. So as you can see, yes, ADA is 53 still in 7 days. This is a really good result. But Shiba Inu is 31%. PEEP is 118% in 7 days, 66% today. Dogecoin is 100% in 7 days, 232 in 30 days. I think that when those meme coins or shit coins, call them however you want, starts pumping, it is time to pack your bags, get out. If you bought on time, you are probably in big profits or decent profits, and it's time to get out. That would be more or less what I have to tell you. You can subscribe to this channel. I will definitely post and say on this channel whatever I'm doing, and whenever I do something, I will tell you exactly what I'm doing and how I'm positioning myself in the market to earn as much money as possible, because I'm here for money. I'm not here for how to say technology. I believe that crypto have its place in the world, but I don't believe that that everything will run on crypto in the future, for multiple reasons. For example, one of the reasons is that when I need to pay something with my card, with bank or my phone, for example, here is my phone, I want to touch to pay in the bank, to pay in the bar, something. Somebody needs to enter how much amount, I need to pay it, and what I ordered and what I used and what I was drinking, whatever. And then they need to, so there needs to be real-time communication, and somebody needs to enter, what what there is no more in the store, what is it in my hands at the moment, how much bread, how much beer, how much, I don't know, meat or whatever, groceries, and then to take money from my account and put on the account of the bank. If you do that by crypto, again, you will have the same situation, except you will need more processing power to process all of this on one side, and on the other side, still some man needs to enter manually this data, what I am buying, so this program can figure out how much money it needs to take from me. So this is simple example why smart contracts, for example, probably will not work in the real world. At some point, you need to have connection between real world and virtual world in order actually to have useful program for a real world. Blockchain cannot know how much, I don't know, truck needs to travel in order to reach its destination and is goods delivered if you are making some tracking contract. Blockchain cannot know that. There needs to be manual input from human in order to do that. And it cannot deal with reclamation, for example, and stuff like that. So yes, this is basically the reason why blockchain is why nobody's talking about crypto and blockchain anymore like they were used to talk 4 years ago. 4 years ago, if you go to YouTube, you would see only video that are telling about this future great technology that will change the world. Now nobody's talking like that. Now they are just talking about price and how much it will go up. But in my opinion, it will not rise much more. In my opinion, time to sell is now. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Time will tell. If I'm right, I will surely be here to remind you that I was right, like I am reminding you that I sold at 8th of March and I bought during pull up after this liquidation here. One more argument that I cannot show you right now. Maybe I can. If I'm logged in, I will. No, I cannot. Just a second. One good signal for selling is to see. Okay, I cannot show you now. It would require I made too much time. One good signal for selling is just go to Binance and try to see how much is the APR for earning stable coins. If you hold stable coins, how much percentages per year you will get back as just staking them. When this number goes really high up, that means that market is probably over leveraged and that this is the end. Anyway, thank you all for watching. My name is Predrag Danicic. I gave you my opinion on crypto market right now. I think it is overheated. I think that there is too much greed in the market. I think that most of the people will relatively soon. Yeah, one more thing that I'm expect that I did not saw yet in the market and that I saw previous time, which also pushed me to sell last time, is those things. You should watch for those things. When those things start happening, you definitely need to sell. And I'm talking about, this is 1 hour chart, by the way. So in 2 hours, what happened? Bitcoin went up here, for example. Bitcoin went up 4%, it fell down, 8%, then it went back again 1.7%, but 8% difference in 1 hour. Here, in several hours, we had a dump of almost 14%, and immediately after that, relatively fast price return. All those are liquidations of leverage traders, and it is signal. Here is one more, really nicely showing one more, and it is telling you that market is extremely unstable. I did not show this situation here yet, so this is one argument, counter argument to my position that it is time to run away. If I saw those, I would be much sure in my decision to sell. If I look at this, just let me show you, like in 1 hour again. By the way, this is happening day after day, like every 2 days, huge liquidations. Remove drawings. We have liquidations here, we have liquidations here, we have liquidations here. And all this is happening in 1 day, 2 days. In 1 day's free process of big liquidations. Here again, and how much between one of those two? 70 hours only. Again, one here, as we were reaching all-time high. Anyway, if I saw those liquidations, I would be much sure in my decision to sell. However, I still think that in current situation, when Bitcoin dominance is going up, when everybody is running to Bitcoin, when most of the alts are not moving properly except some meme coins, and when Bitcoin is overextended that much and can easily fall, come on. Okay, and can easily fall for 20%. In the meantime, all the way to here, it can fall easily to 76, 15%. And if that happens, alt will bleed even more. I simply think that in this situation, it is much smarter for me to sell everything than to hold the alts. If Bitcoin goes to the 150,000, 200,000, congratulations for holding this, and congratulations for getting more profits, but I'm really skeptical. I don't think this will happen. If I have to guess, I would say that this is the market top, or market top will be, let's say, below 100,000, 95 maybe, something like that. If we breach 100,000, I think it will be short-lived, and many people will start selling above this price, and it will be over. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. I know that video is not funny a lot, but I'm not here to bring funny or news that you might want to hear. I'm not here to telling you that we are all going to get rich. We are not all going to get rich. I don't believe that I will get rich from this crypto. So it needs to be, I think that we need to be realistic about situation, and situation is that market is overextended. Have a nice day and good night.